Hello all, I am back with another hair tutorial. My niece requested some faux locks and the brand we're using is Femi Collection Caribbean Mambo Faux Locks. The length is 16 inches, the color is 4. Here I just wanted to let you see what I was working with. She has a ton of hair. Very thick, very coarse. But she hasn't had a relaxer since I want to say she told me February or March or so. Um, but I also wanted to show you that she does have some breakage. She has breakage around the front, around the sides, up right above her ear, and the nape. And I believe it's from the color, and she wears sew-ins and things like that that may be a little too tight. And just naturally just not taking care of it. Being 17, you know how that goes. Um, what I did was, here's a braid pattern. And so what I did was, when I braided it down, I did add a little bit of Canacolon hair to it for strength purposes. I mean, her hair is super thick, but around the edges, I didn't want any of the braids falling out or anything like that. So I always add a little bit of extra hair just for security purposes. So I added an extra little piece of hair, and I did the feed-in method. Try not to make it so tight. There you go. You see the back of it. I always start putting crochet hair in the back. And here's a better picture of it. What I did with this is I started in the back, and then I immediately moved to the front of the front top of her head, and then filled it in the middle because I wanted to make sure it didn't look so thick. It still ended up being thick, but there it goes. And here is the front of her head. As you can see, the locks are much closer together there. And like I said, that's the front of her hair where the locks are already in there. So I had already finished the back, the braids that were going up. I had already finished those. And then I started in the front and started moving towards the back, just to make sure it wasn't too thick. As you can see here, I'm hoping you can see this. There are small spaces in between the ones in the middle and the crown of her head, and they were about my pinky finger size, like a space. Like I put my pinky finger in there and spaced them out. The one thing, if I had a problem with the hair, and the hair is pretty, I love this hair. The only issue I had was that the hole, it had a loop. The loop was so tight, I had to put the latch hook through it to open the hole wide enough to just be able to latch it to her hair. That's the only issue I had. Here's the finished look. I was doing some finishing touches on it. Any extra spaces I saw, if I had some too close, I took them out and put them somewhere else. Things like that. This was my last braid, so. And I believe this might have been the last one I put in her head or something there. And here I was just showing her, you can move the hair from left to right. There was, that part is closer to the middle of her head. And I told her, you can make a deeper part. And that was the next picture that's coming up. It has a deeper part in it. And then, of course, I wanted to see what it looks like when you push it all back, pretty much. Say she wanted to wear it down. And here's the back. For some reason, I didn't get a better picture of the back. But, she's able to wear it up. And this is the style she wanted. Like I said, the brand is Femi Collection Caribbean Mamba Faux Locks. Talk to you later.